night, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. I do not own the rights to this music. Saturday in Proverbs. As you know, if you don't know, this is my Sabbath. No, I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not a Seventh-day Adventist. I just follow my calendar. My calendar goes from Sunday to Saturday. Okay? Man's calendar goes from Monday to Sunday. Okay? And Sunday is the first day of the week. And you got a lot of people pretending that that's the last day of the week. It's the last day of man's week. Okay? I'm following God. So I started this a while back, doing Saturdays in Proverbs. And since I don't work today, I don't do anything today, then why not come and share some word? Okay? Because what we got a lot of fear and division among us. And somebody needs to try to counteract that. Okay? So let's pray and get in the word. Father, I thank you for another day to be able to share your word with your people. Speak through my mind, speak through my heart, and speak through my lips so that I may precisely articulate this word so that it would pierce the hearing and the hearts of people to move us to the righteous lifestyle that you intend for us to live. In Jesus' name, amen. All right? So, Proverbs was written by King Solomon. King Solomon was the wisest man ever. No man will be as wise as King Solomon. Okay? So, I think there's something that you can learn from King Solomon. And it was women that was the destruction of King Solomon. You know, anytime a man can have over 1,000 wives, I mean, think about that, y'all. Think about that. King Solomon had over 1,000 wives. So that means, you know, I mean, how do you pick 1,000 women? I mean, what kind of appetite do you have to have to have 1,000 wives? I mean, seriously, when do you have time for anything else but a woman? If you got 1,000 wives, and that was his destruction, okay? A woman. So since today is the 3rd of February, we're going to start on the 3rd chapter. Now, y'all know how I like to do this. I like to give definitions along the way. I don't want to assume that you know what I'm talking about. So I will, when I get to a word, I'm going to give you a definition because I want to put it in context, okay? All right, chapter 3, verse 1. My son, do not forsake my law, but let your heart keep my commands. For length of days and long life and peace, they will add to you. You hear that? Listen, my son, do not forget my law, but let your heart keep my commands. For length of days and long life and peace, they will add to you. See, that AI can't do that for you. See, a lot of people are turning to AI. Hey, Bernie, thank you, man. Thank you for joining me, Bernie. Thank you for joining me, brother. See, don't take this for granted, man. When you live in a righteous lifestyle, there are some benefits. You might not be able to see them firsthand when you're going through some stuff. All right? But there are some benefits, and most folk don't know what the benefits are. Verse 3, let not mercy and truth forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Now, let not mercy and truth forsake you. Let's look up that word forsake, because I don't want to take it for granted that people know exactly what that word means. Forsake. Abandon someone or something. Okay? Let not mercy and truth forsake you. Don't let mercy and truth abandon you. Okay? It's what it's telling you. Let not mercy and truth forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Verse 4, and so find favor and high esteem in the sight of God and man. Okay? Happy Sabbath, Tanya. Thank you for joining me. Okay? Listen to this, y'all. Let not mercy and truth abandon you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Now, I just saw this. See, back in verse 1, it says, my son, do not forsake my law, but let your heart keep my commands. See, the Bible says, guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it comes the issues of life. And see, when it says, let your heart keep my commands, now it says on here, let mercy and truth not abandon you, bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart, and so find favor and high esteem in the sight of God and man. See, you're going to have high esteem in the sight of God and man when you write this on the tablets of your heart. Verse 5, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Man, I'm going to get to that, man. I'm going to get to that. Wait, let me get through this first, okay? I don't want to be jumping from one. Let me get through one, and then I'll come back and address that. Okay? Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not to your own understanding. Trust in the, man, listen. When you trusting in the Lord with all your heart, you ain't worried about nothing. Okay? All right? You ain't worried about nothing. And lean not to your own. See, we always trying to figure it out. See, we want to know how the answer going to come, when it's going to come, and what time it's going to come. See, when you lean into your own understanding, you trying to make some stuff happen. You're manipulating God when you lean to your own understanding. Verse 6, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Okay? Verse 7, do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. Verse 8, it will be health to your flesh and strength to your bones. Verse 9, honor the Lord with your possessions and with the first fruits of all your increase. How do you honor the Lord with your possession? You help other people. When the Bible say, honor the Lord with your possessions, man, you helping other folk. That ain't giving money to pastor or the apostle or the bishop or whoever else them jokers done tag themselves as. When you honor the Lord with your possession, man, you helping other people. You don't believe it, and I'm going to show you that. Okay, matter of fact, let me write that down. Let me write that down. Because I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to show you something different about that. All right? Verse 10. So your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will overflow with new wine. See, when you helping other people, man, that's why a lot of folk miss a lot of blessing, man, because they see an opportunity to sow into, but their fear is what's stopping them from being blessed. Man, the only way God gonna bless you, you got to be out here blessing other people. It ain't about you, your foe, and no more. It's about helping other people. And that's what people are afraid of, to help and uplift other people. Verse 11, my son, do not despise the chastening of the Lord. Now let's look up that word chastening. Okay? Because like I said, I don't want to assume that people know chastening. Having a restraining or humbling effect. My son, do not despise the chastening or the Lord of the Lord, nor detest his correction. See, having a restraining or humbling effect. So when God humbles you, you can't get mad at that. Everett, man, brother, thank you. Man, thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Everett. Thank you. Long time, man. Thank you, brother. Okay? Listen. That brother listen, let me tell y'all something. I wouldn't be in this hotel room today if it wasn't for Everett Overton, Bernie, Laura, and Steve. Them the 4 people that consistently sow into my life. Okay? And I don't know how this brother found me, but out of the blue, one day I needed $500 and he sent it. Out of the blue. And he's been a blessing. And one day, boy, I'm going to be able to return the favor. You watch. I'm going to be able to return the favor. One day, I'm going to bless your ass off. You watch. You watch. I mean that. I mean that. Okay? Back to verse 11. My son, do not despise the chastening of the Lord, nor detest his correction. See, the first thing we want to do is blame God. And God might be trying to correct you. And you taking it personal as an insult. And that's where you're making your mistake. Verse 12. For whom the Lord loves, he corrects. Man, listen. Let me say that again. For whom the Lord loves, he corrects. Just as a father the son in him who delights. Man, if you see somebody doing something wrong and you love them, you will correct them. See, if you don't give a damn about them, you'll let them go on and be wild weeds. Like a lot of these kids today are wild weeds. They don't have no discipline. They don't have no respect. They ain't got nothing but trouble on their minds. And that's why. Verse 13. Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding. All right, let's. I heard that. Show them what wisdom is, because a lot of people get wisdom and understanding mixed up. Wisdom, the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Wisdom, the quality of having experience. You done went through some stuff, some knowledge, you know some stuff, and good judgment. You don't get out here making crazy decisions when you got wisdom. Okay? Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding. Let's look up understanding. Understanding, the ability to comprehend. You should be praying for yourself. It's funny, a lot of people get up here and talk about they pray. Learn how to pray for yourself first. Then you can pray, but you better be praying for yourself. See, that's what you need to be doing. Coming up here, pray for yourself. All right? Listen to this, y'all. Let me go back in. Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding. All right? Understanding is the ability to be able to comprehend. Wisdom is the ability to be able to use what you know. See, that's wisdom. When you can use the knowledge that you can be the most educated person in the world. If you don't know how to apply that, you're a dummy. If you don't know how to apply your knowledge, you're a dummy. I don't care how smart you are. If you can't use it, you're a dummy. All right? Listen to this. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me get this person up out of here. Okay? There we go. I'll see how the devil is. See how the devil, when you start talking the word, how people want to come up here and be a distract. That ain't nothing but the devil. See, to try to get you off track. And a lot of y'all don't fall for that. But listen to this. Verse 13. Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding. Verse 14. For her proceeds are better than the profits of silver, and her gain than fine gold. Verse 15. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things you may desire cannot be compared to her. You hear this? Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains this is how powerful understanding is. When you understand something, it means that you can break it down to its simplest form so that people can get it. See, that's understanding. When you can break something down to its simplest form so people will be able to get it. They can see it. And it say she's more precious than ruby. Man, and the preacher don't tell you this. See, your pastor is telling you you'll get blessed by giving your tithes and offering. And the Bible is saying here, let me show you. Verse 15, she's more precious than rubies, and all the things you may desire cannot compare with her. Verse 16, length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand, riches and honor. Man, that's what I want to get. That's where I want to be, right there. Okay? That's what, now that's some good stuff right there when it says, length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand, riches and honor. Verse 17, her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. See, when you got some understanding, You ain't going to get out here arguing with nobody. You ain't going to be in fighting with nobody and in no confusion and drama with nobody when you got understanding. You avoid that kind of stuff because you know it's detrimental to you. But them people that don't know the fool is always got some drama. All right? That's a foolish person that always with drama, and that's the person you need to avoid. Okay? Verse 18. She is a tree of life to those who take hold of her, and happy are all who retain her. Verse 19. The Lord by wisdom founded the earth, and by understanding he established the heavens. See, he took his knowledge and created it, and with his understanding, he made it all function. Okay? Verse 20. By his knowledge, the depths were broken up, and clouds dropped down the dew. Verse 21. My son, let them not depart from your eye. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. Oh, let's look up that word discretion. Discretion. The quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense or revealing private information. And let me give you an example of that. The basketball player, Joe Smith, his wife went and created an OnlyFans page. And she didn't tell him about it. And her statement to him was, well, you knew what I did before you married me. Okay, see, when you got discretion, your life is not an open book for everybody to see. When you got discretion, see, you ain't out here acting a fool when you got discretion. See, everybody can't have you when you got discretion. Okay? Verse 22. So there will be life to your soul and grace to your neck. Verse 23. Then you will walk safely in your way, and your foot will not stumble. Verse 24. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. Yes, you will lie down, and your sleep will be sweet. Man, look how many people struggling going to sleep, man. They struggle getting some rest. Mind going 100 miles an hour because they ain't got no peace. And this is what I love. Do not be afraid of certain terror, nor trouble from the wicked when it comes. And see, and what that tells you, do not be afraid of sudden terror. That's telling you don't panic. That's telling you not to panic. And you got so many people, when trouble suddenly come upon them, the first thing they want to do is panic. And when you panic, see, you ain't conscious of your decision, what you trying to do. You going with the crowd when you panic. See, when everybody break out and start running, you going to run with them. And you don't know what the hell is going on. And end up getting hurt because you panic. Verse 25, do not be afraid of sudden terror, nor of trouble from the wicked when it comes. Verse 26, for the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being caught. Man, you cool as a cucumber. when trouble comes. You don't panic, man. You still see when you panic, you're reacting. And this is telling you be proactive. Even when you see the trouble, when it comes, man, you still looking for, you ain't worried about what's going on. You looking, you out ahead of that. You got to get out ahead of that and be looking for on the horizon for some answers. Verse 27. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it's in the power of your hand to do so. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your power of your hand. Man, how many times you done came upon an opportunity and saw something, I'd do that tomorrow. And the moment was right there. And that saying, it ain't coming back. See, this is what folk got to realize about opportunities. When opportunities present themselves, they don't repeat. God, dog, damn, opportunity don't repeat. Gotta write that down. Opportunity don't repeat itself. Man, if you miss opportunity, it's gone. It's gone. That opportunity is gone. And you'll be sitting there, man, if I had her. Okay? Verse 28. Do not say to your neighbor, go and come back, and tomorrow I will give it, when you got it right there with you right now. All right? When you have it with you. Verse 29. Do not devise evil against your neighbor, for he dwells by you for safety's sake. Verse 30. Do not strive with a man without cause, if he has done you no harm. Man, see, now you're talking about haters. And you got a lot of people out here based on what they done heard. Don't like people based on what they done. Person ain't done nothing to them. But based on what they heard, they don't like a person. Verse 31. Do not envy the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Verse 32. For the perverse person is an abomination to the Lord, but his secret counsel is with the upright. Verse 33. The curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked. Listen, y'all. Verse 33. The curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the just. Verse 34. Surely he scorns the scornful and give grace to the humble. Verse 35. The wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the legacy of fools. And that's the end of that. Let's see here. David put a scripture in here. Let me go back and take a look at it. Second Chronicles. Okay, this is the story of King Solomon. Now, matter of fact, I'm going to go back to verse 7. On that night, God appeared to Solomon and said to him, ask, what shall I give you? What's going on, What's going on, Luna? Thank you for joining me. Listen to this, y'all. On that night, God appeared to Solomon and asked, "What shall I give you?" And Solomon said, this is 2 Chronicles chapter 1. I'm reading verse 7. This is verse 8. And Solomon said to God, "You have shown great mercy to David my father, and have made me king in his place." Verse 9. Now, O Lord, let your promise to David my father be established, for you have made me king over a people like the dust of the earth in multitude. That's a lot of folk. Okay? Verse 10. Now give me wisdom and knowledge, that I may go out and come in before this people, for who can judge this great people of yours? Verse 11. Then God said to Solomon, because this was in your heart, and you have not asked for riches or wealth or honor or the life of your enemies, nor have you asked for long life, but have asked for wisdom and knowledge for yourself, that you may judge my people over whom I have made you king. Verse 12. Wisdom and knowledge are granted to you, and I will give you riches and wealth and honor, such as none of the kings have ever had were before you, nor shall any after you have the like. And man, and think about this, man. If God came and asked, what can I give you? Most folk will jump to some materialism. And Solomon said, give me wisdom and understanding, that I may judge your people. And it so impressed God that he said, now it's making sense. Now it's making sense. So this is why he says, happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding, for her proceeds are better than the profits of silver, and her gain than fine gold. She's more precious than ruby, and all the things you may desire cannot compare with her. Length of days. Okay, listen to this. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand, riches and honor. What did God tell? And look at what God told Solomon. Look what he said. Then God said to Solomon, because this was in your heart, and you have not asked for riches or wealth or honor or the life of your enemies, nor have you asked for long life, but asked for wisdom and understanding. Wisdom and knowledge are granted to you, and I will give you riches, wealth, and honor, such as no king have ever had. So God bless wisdom and understanding right there. That's when God bless wisdom and understanding right there. Because listen, he said length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. And how many people don't want to have both of them? Length of days and riches and honor. When you gain under, and see, let me show y'all something. Let me show you something. And if you don't think understanding is powerful, listen to this. In chapter 4, it says, go to verse 5, get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget nor turn away from the words of my mouth. Verse 6, do not forsake her, and she will preserve you. Love her, and she will keep you. Verse 7, wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. And in all you're getting, get understanding. Verse 8, exalt her, and she will promote you. She will bring you honor. When you embrace her, she will place her on your head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver to you. That's understanding, man. And when the last time you heard your pastor tell you that? And oh, wait a minute. Okay, let me show you how powerful. Understand, man. This is what I'm sharing with y'all right here, man. It's what I want on my life. This is what I want on my life. Okay, listen. This is Proverbs chapter 8. I'm gonna start at verse 14. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. By me kings reign, and rulers decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, and all the judges of the earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me. Well, what will you find? Riches. This is verse 18. Riches and honor are with me, enduring riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yes, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I traverse the way of righteousness in the midst of the path of justice, that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth, that I may fill their treasuries. Understanding? Cause me to inherit wealth. Man, when understanding is causing you to inherit something, man, that's something you run into. That's something that you cross. You gonna when God call, you ain't got to do nothing. That's something God gonna give you an idea, and you're gonna follow your intuition, and bam, there it is. And the strange thing is, it might not look like it's that powerful when you first embrace it. But God say he will cause you to inherit wealth, that he may fill your treasuries. Treasuries is plural. Man, that's more than one bank account. Your treasury is your bank account. And some of y'all bank account is in the red. Been there. It ain't in the red right now, but I've been there. I've been there. Okay? Fill my treasuries, Lord. Cause me to inherit wealth. And that's by embracing wisdom and understanding. All right? Man, thank y'all for joining me. Everett, thank you, brother. Man, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right? Everybody, who else? I guess somebody else. Luna. Okay, got Luna. All right. All right. Okay, so today, man, it's my day of rest. I'm going to get out of this and go and jump right back in that bed. Okay? Some of the sweetest sleep that I ever get is on a Saturday, when I ain't got to be hustling and bustling and doing everything, and just honor God. And because most folk are tradition to use Saturday as today to do the laundry, wash the car, go grocery shopping. They'll see you're so used to Saturday having things to do that that's how I first met my wife. I met my wife 9 years ago. And this Saturday, that's when I was trying not to work on a Saturday, and I couldn't get no rest. I just couldn't get no rest. at all. I was restless. And I said, man, let me get up and go down to this hotel. Because I had a hotel that I would sit outside of to get business, taking people to the airport or whatever they need to go. So I went, as soon as I was walking in the door, my wife was talking to the hotel manager. And when he looked up and saw me, he pointed and said, that's him right there. And I saw that, and I just said, hey, whatever it is, I didn't do it. And she had cut a deal with this EP. She twisted his arm, man. I mean, she twisted his arm to go. And when she told me what she wanted to do and how much he had agreed to pay her, I said, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't do that. And that girl balled up her fist, just like this. And I said, girl, that's my grandmama's fist. I'm going to marry you. That's how I met my wife. I'm serious. When she balled up her fist, looked just like mine, and my grandmama had a punch like a mule. She wasn't but 4'9". But if she ever punched you, buddy, she gonna knock your ass out. That's how powerful her punch was. If my grandmama punch you, she gonna knock your ass out. And that's how I recognized my wife. My wife balled up her fist. I said, girl, that's my grandmama's fist. I'm gonna marry you. And what? 4 years later, we got married. Sure did. That's how I met my wife. Okay? So I've been trying to, this, and I'm going to tell you, because you got to break a mindset. And sometimes that mindset, I struggle sometimes, even now. Man, I want to pick this phone up and see, and be nosy and see what's going on. But, let me show you this. Let me show you this. This is Isaiah chapter 58. Y'all need to read that chapter, man. I'm going to go down to verse 13. If you turn away your foot from the Sabbath, from doing your pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy day of the Lord honorable, and shall honor him, not doing your own ways, nor finding your own pleasures, nor speaking your own words, then you shall delight yourself in the Lord. And I will cause you to ride on the high hills of the earth and feed you with the heritage of Jacob your father. The mouth of the Lord has spoken. That's how powerful honoring the Sabbath. See, it says, and shall honor him, not doing your own ways, nor finding your own pleasure, not going to the laundromat, the car wash, grocery shopping, to the game, to the picnic, okay? Nor finding your own pleasure, nor speaking your own words. See, that's why, that's one of the reasons I started doing Proverbs on Saturday. So I don't get in here and be talking about foolishness like some guy come up talking about praying for Trump. This ain't the time for that. Okay? After the sun go down, now I can talk. But I'm going like that, man, I'm sharing the word. I'm going to put the word out there. Because this is the Sabbath. And see, all of the people tomorrow are following tradition. See, they don't want to follow the word. They're following tradition. Because it's traditional all over the world that Sunday, the first day of the week, is the Sabbath. And your calendar, and they're always talking about these, forget what calendar you following today. The calendar you follow today, Sunday, is the first day of the week. And most folk don't even look at the calendar when it come down to the week, because they automatically got it in their mind that the week goes from Monday to Sunday. They don't pay attention to their calendar. All right? Man, thank y'all. See you later.